What's up guys? In today's video, we are gonna go over our ceramic coating maintenance kit. We're gonna give you guys some tips on how to utilize these products, along with some pro tips on how to maintain your ceramic coating properly. Let's get in the video. All right, so if you're watching this video, you've most likely had your vehicle professionally ceramic coated. So we wanna talk about why you wanna use specific products for that coating that you have had either placed on your vehicle by a professional detailer or it's something that you have done yourself. So let's start with the Shift Soap. This is a pure vehicle shampoo. There's no additives in it. There's no polymers, any type of waxes that could potentially leave a film, a transparent film on top of your coating, and it could change the performance that you would expect from that coating. Very important to use the proper soap. Next product is the Ignition. It's a high-speed detailer. This is for your mid-week wipe downs. You have some light dust, you wanna wipe your vehicle down outside of your normal bucket washing process, you're gonna use the Ignition. And then lastly in the kit, we have the Punch It. It's our ceramic detailer. This is for after you get done washing the vehicle, it's clean. This is enhancing the coating. It's keeping it slick, super glossy, and it's keeping your hydrophobics at 100%. And then we've thrown in 2 of our nice Cosmo towels to utilize with the Ignition and the Punch It. So we're gonna go over some things that are not in the kit, but I know some of you guys are gonna appreciate this information on how to do some proper maintenance for your coating. So let's start with the wash bucket and the rinse bucket. We have 2 buckets for our wash process. For a lot of you, this is not something new, but I wanna get into something we do a little differently with our 2 bucket process. So we have our flat out wash pads. This is a 4-pack. So the reason why we've done a 4-pack is a traditional method for 2 bucket washing would be you have 1 wash mitt and you wash a section of the vehicle, you come over into your rinse water, you rinse that mitt out, come back into your wash bucket and continue on. To me, that is being very inefficient with your time, and especially if you're a professional detailer, you know time is money. Even if you're a do-it-yourselfer, we still wanna help you be efficient. So rather than doing that process, which is super slow, and it's not even ensuring that you're getting all the debris out of that mitt during your wash process, we've made a 4-pack. So you can do a quarter of the car or the truck, take that mitt, dump it in your rinse bucket, grab a fresh mitt. If you look in this bucket right here, we got the 4-pack in here, you grab a fresh mitt and continue on. So then 4 times during your wash process, you have a clean mitt. We also have our block party, which is right here. This wash block is specifically for the bottom 4 to 6 inches of the vehicle where you're getting all your heavy debris. You guys, that's where most defects are happening, is because you're scrubbing down low and you're taking that same mitt and you're dragging all that heavy debris up into the middle and the upper parts of your vehicle. That's where everybody is getting light scratches and swirl marks in their paint. So we help eliminate that by designating the block specifically for the bottom portions, and then the 4-pack of wash pads is all for the middle to upper sections of the vehicle. Now another thing, if you come in close, from Detail Guards, we have this scrub wall. So what we're gonna do is at the end of our wash process, we're gonna have all 4 of these mitts in here. And before we introduce them back into our wash bucket for your next wash, if you're a professional detailer, you're going to the next stop or maybe the next vehicle in your shop, or if you're at home taking care of your own vehicle, you're gonna utilize this scrub wall to clean out your mitts thoroughly, and then they're ready to go next weekend for you. So we're gonna take one of these, and we scrub it up and down on this wall, flip it over. And what's that doing? That's shedding all the debris that is collecting in those mitts. They're ready to rock for next time. All right, so let's walk through the steps on how to do a wash on your ceramic coated vehicle utilizing these products. So step one, we're gonna do the wheels and tires. If you wanna learn more about that, make sure you check out our video that we have up on wheel and tire cleaning. So you're gonna knock out the wheels and tires first. Next step is going to be a pre-rinse. You want to get off all the loose debris as much as possible before you come into your soaping process. All right, so I'm in the middle of my pre-rinse. I want you guys to take note of when I spray the water right in this area, it's gonna lay down flat like how I was referencing, because there is contaminants on top of the paint, we could even say the ceramic coating, that are hiding the hydrophobics. You see that? The water's just laying down pretty flat. It's like sheeting off. That's where our heaviest grime is down low. So don't be alarmed, especially during winter when you're doing your pre-rinse of your coated vehicle and the water's laying down flat where you have all that heavy grime on the vehicle. See the difference? Maintenance is so key when you've invested money to have your vehicle ceramic coated, or if you've done it yourself, you've invested the time. Having the proper understanding is game changing. So we're at our detail shop. We're gonna use the Shift soap in one of our foam guns. If you are in your driveway doing this, you don't have a foam gun, you can utilize it in the bucket method. Just squirt a couple ounces in and jet it up with water. So even if you're utilizing a foam gun, I still want you to squirt a little bit of soap in your wash bucket so the mitts also have some soap on them as well. And then we are gonna come in with our wash block. Now again, this is my personal preference. You guys can take it for what it's worth. I like to start with the wash block, and I come through with that block before I wash anything else, and I'm going to address the bottom of the vehicle first, specifically with that wash block. You can even flip it before you come around the next section. If you had some really heavy debris, we can come over here, we can rinse our block out during that process of washing the bottoms, utilizing the scrub wall, get that heavy debris out of it. We're ready to rock with a clean wash block. Can you imagine if that was in your wash pad and then you're coming through and scrub in the middle of the vehicle? That's where all your swirls and light defects are coming from. So we want to make sure we're inspecting this block as we're going around. You see heavy debris like that, flip to the clean side and keep moving forward. Okay, so after I get the bottoms addressed with the wash block, I'm gonna come through with the flat out wash pads. I'm going to wash a quarter of the vehicle. Don't overthink this, guys. The bottom line is that you want to be maintaining a clean wash pad. So being that these wash pads have blue on one side and gray on the other side, you could even flip the pad and know which side that you're turning to a clean side. Now, even the way you soap the vehicle matters. Traditionally, let's do a demonstration up here on the glass. You're gonna see people scrubbing like this. Aggressive circular motion. What's so cool about having your vehicle ceramic coated is that it's acting almost like a Teflon cooking pan, which you guys all know when you clean those out, you don't have to do a lot of hard scrubbing because the surface is very slick and it's wanting to release all the grime very easily. So you don't need to have these aggressive movements when you're scrubbing, but rather start in the middle of the vehicle. You know, if I'm in the hood, I'll start in the middle section, work back towards myself. Nice, even, overlapping one pass. You do not need to go over the same section multiple times. Reason being is we have debris on top of the coating. So the more we're going over the same section, even though we have soap on it, we're just creating unnecessary friction between the wash pad, the grime, and your ceramic coating surface. So just nice, even passes. Drop down to where I stopped with the wash block, cut across, and everything is releasing with ease. Come over here, dump it in there, grab a fresh one. Actually, we'll get to this side of the windshield. After you get done scrubbing the whole vehicle, we're gonna go through, rinse off all our soap, and then get ready to dry it. And that's when we will talk about using the Punch It ceramic detailer. See that, just after soaping, our hydrophobics are a lot better than they were, just getting that heavy grime off. So, 2 ways you can use the Punch It ceramic detailer. When the vehicle is wet, prior to you drying it, you can come through, spritz a little bit of the Punch It on the wet panel and dry that product into that panel. Now, if you choose to do this, do not go around the whole car and spray the Punch It and then start drying. Address one panel at a time, spray the product on, dry it in. That's gonna save you from this product starting to cure if you've gone ahead of yourself and sprayed it on too many panels. Stuff is very concentrated, as you will see when you start using it. Less is more. If you choose to use it in that method, you're gonna see some shadowing from that product application. So once you get done applying the Punch It, your final step would be grabbing a fresh microfiber towel with the ignition and just get the finish evened out and looking perfect with that ignition. So the shadowing I'm referring to after you get done with the Punch It, you can call it ghosting, is right here. See where it's a little darker where I've wiped that? That's what we go over at the end with the dry microfiber towel and a little spritz of ignition, and it quickly evens that out. Some of you might wonder, well, why does the product do that? It's because it's concentrated, it has substance to it. Sometimes you gotta wonder if you wipe a product on a finish and you don't see anything, it's almost like you're wiping it with water. You know, so when you see a little bit of residue like this, when you're applying a product that is boosting and enhancing, that's a good sign. That means you actually have a product that is doing something, adding something significant to the surface. Okay, so if you do spritz a little of the Punch It on the glass during your drying process, it's definitely gonna make your glass super hydrophobic, but you will need to definitely go back over the glass with a little spritz of ignition and a dry microfiber towel at the end, just to ensure you're not gonna have any streaks in your glass. Same way you would do with the paint with the ignition after applying Punch It in this manner. Now, if you choose to use the Punch It after the vehicle's dry, let's go over that application. You would dry the vehicle normally, not spraying any product on. Then you'd grab your Punch It with one of the towels, spritz some Punch It directly on the towel, and just go over the vehicle. You can hit the glass, wheels, paint, everything with the Punch It. And what that's gonna do, it's just gonna increase the hydrophobics even more. It's gonna increase your gloss. It's gonna increase the slickness. So even though most pro ceramic coatings should perform well, what the Punch It's doing, we call it a booster. So it's just boosting the performance and it's enhancing the performance that your ceramic coating already has. One other pro tip that we do here at the shop is we do what we call a bulk dry. Once we get done rinsing the vehicle, we're gonna do a bulk dry. We're not trying to get every single nook and cranny. We're getting the bulk of the water off. Then we come in with our blower and blow out all our cracks and crevices. The reason we do that, even though we have deionized water here, if for some reason that water is not as pure as we expect it to be, or especially even if you're in your driveway and you only have soft water, you want to do that bulk dry, get the bulk of the water off, then blow out your cracks and crevices. Then you can come back with the Punch It on the dry application and see drip marks like this. You can handle that and the Punch It wipe down in one step. All right, so just to recap that, if you want to get more technical, apply the Punch It during your drying process, using it as a drying aid, and then follow it up with a microfiber towel and the ignition to get that real significant boost. If you want to simplify it, dry the vehicle as normal, and then just apply the Punch It directly to the microfiber and wipe down each panel. All right, let's have a quick conversation about decontaminating the coating. This is another pro tip. This product is not in your kit. This is getting a little bit more involved in the maintenance, but I know some of you are gonna appreciate this. So what Smooth Move is gonna do is it's gonna remove those iron particles, detach them from the coating, and restore it to a nice, smooth condition. All right? Now, this typically would have to be performed through a clay bar. But what's nice about this, it's a touchless way you can decontaminate your coating if you notice it's starting to get a little rough feel to it. It's not smooth like it originally was, or you're noticing the water behavior, the hydrophobics are not at 100%. This will restore that. Scrub the vehicle, rinsed it, the vehicle's wet, it's clean, but you haven't dried it yet. So you're gonna mist it on, get some good coverage. If your vehicle is a light color like a white, once it starts to remove those bonded iron contaminants, it is going to turn purple and you're gonna see it drip down. It's super cool. Then you will come back in while the Smooth Move is on the paint and you're gonna re-wash the vehicle with your mitt. You're gonna agitate that product and then rinse it. Very important to use Smooth Move, especially during the winter months when you're dealing with a lot of debris and stuff that you're not seeing typically in the summer get on the surface of your vehicle. So now after soaping, doing the decontamination with the Smooth Move, you can see our water is now flying off that panel rather than gathering as it was before initially. All right guys, so we're gonna finish drying this. This is a client of ours vehicle, and on this particular car, we're gonna do the punch it application during our drying process as a drying aid, and then we're gonna final wipe it with ignition. So as always, we appreciate you watching. Hope you found some value in this video. Please leave us a comment, any questions you have, and we'll see you in the next video.